All right, you guys, let's get your questions answered. But first, I have a couple things I want to talk about. Number one, yes, I am ready for once. This is probably one of the handful of times where I have put on a full face of makeup this year. I very rarely wear makeup anymore. It's just, I work from home, I go to the gym, I sweat a lot. Like, I really don't see a big point in it. But today I had a branding photo shoot for my coaching business, so it was definitely a good occasion to throw on some makeup and whatnot. So anyway, that's why I look like this. Next thing, guys, I am a month into prep now. If you remember, I started on May 23rd and today is June 24th. So I am a month into prep and I wanted to give you guys kind of a little bit of an update. What am I doing well? What am I struggling with? Am I noticing any differences or anything like that? So let's talk about it. This prep has been very similar and at the same time very different from last year. The ways that it has been similar is I'm still struggling with my nutrition. Nutrition is and always will be the most difficult part of prep for me. Hitting my macros every day, avoiding those cravings, even sometimes just having more of fruit than I need or something like that. It's always just the hardest thing, and it is so much more a mental game than anything. So that's been a struggle of mine recently, and to kind of help me keep my vision locked on my bodybuilding goals for the year, I put an old show photo from my last show in October as my lock screen to kind of remind me of like what I really want. Like, I was really happy and really proud with the accomplishments and all of the transformation that I experienced last year, but it was not enough. And again, I was coming from a different space, so I'm not like being hard on myself. It's a whole thing, but that picture just reminds me of ultimately, like, weight wise, that's where I am right now. And I do not want to step on stage wondering, could I have done better? Well, if I hadn't done this, would the outcome have changed? Like, I don't want any what ifs in my brain. And so I put that photo as my lock screen to remind me of my goals and keep me like honed in, so that way I can walk away from this prep and knowing that I gave it everything I got. So that's been a struggle. On a lighter note, I'm happy to announce or just share that I have been hitting my step goals. If you guys remember from my very first video, I talked about how I wanted to hit my steps because last year I really struggled with that. And I'm very pleased to say that I am on a 15-day streak of hitting my step goal. And I feel really proud and really excited about that, especially because it's been so hot here in Arizona so far this summer, and I could have used a bajillion excuses not to get my steps in. But I'm telling you guys, the desk treadmill and like the standing converter thing have been a huge game changer for me. At the moment, I don't have any more travel planned other than traveling to my shows later this fall, which is really nice because traveling on prep is a whole different thing. We've talked about this in past videos, and I just really do not want to throw myself off. Again, I want to really like hone in tunnel vision on my goals and not sway or miss macro days or miss workouts or anything like that, because I just want this super badly. So we don't have any travel planned at the moment. That could definitely change, but for now, we're gonna be here. If we do travel, it'll be like day trips or like weekend trips, something that's a little bit easier to manage, but no like flying anywhere, staying there for a long amount of time. So that's gonna be really nice. Then as far as changes that I'm seeing, the scale has pretty much stayed the same. There's a downward trend on my weight right now, which is great, but nothing like super drastic, right? It's like a half a pound or 0.3 pounds or something from week to week. It's really not like massive changes, but I am starting to see a little bit of growth in my shoulders, like in my lateral delts here, side delts here, as well as on my quads. My quads are starting to pop out a little bit more, and that makes me super excited because I have always had large quads. Growing up, I played soccer. I could have gone on and played college soccer, but I chose not to. But I've always just have large legs, and to be able to see my quad development and see my quads starting to pop out in my leggings and when I wear shorts and things is super exciting to me. So I'm really happy about that. I'm also seeing some really great results in my back. My coach has me doing back currently twice a week. I'm basically doing 3 upper body days and 3 lower body days. So it's really intense and really rigorous, but I'm seeing the results, and that's always really exciting. Okay, now let's get to your questions. A while back on Instagram, I asked you guys what you wanted me to answer in this YouTube video. So I got a few questions. I'm gonna answer them all. So let's get started. I had to write them down in this notebook because I'm using my phone to record. So question number 1 is, what is a good protein powder to add nutrients but not technically gain weight? So I think there's a couple of things about this question before I ever answer the question. Protein powder to gain nutrients but not necessarily weight is essentially impossible. You can't eat something and not have it affect your weight, whether it's increasing or decreasing. When you're in a calorie deficit, you're eating less than what you're expending, and when you're in a calorie surplus, you're eating more than what you're expending. So our weight is going to fluctuate. So the person that asked this question, I first want to ask you, is there a reason behind you being maybe fearful of gaining weight? It's not a secret that we live in the United States, that weight is somehow, connected to our worth, especially as women. So I don't blame you for feeling that way. I've felt that way in the past for sure, but I really don't want you to think like, oh, what's a protein powder that I can eat, but it won't make me gain weight? Because we should be eating to nourish our bodies, not because we're trying to gain weight or lose weight or anything like that. So I hope that that's okay that I threw that in there. But as far as like a good protein powder, the protein powder I will always and forever suggest to people is from Just Ingredients. Just Ingredients is located in Utah. They are committed to providing clean, organic, and wholesome protein powders because there are way too many protein powders on the market right now that are filled with artificial sweeteners and dyes and sugar and just all of these nasty ingredients that are going to upset our guts, that are going to, just ultimately cause a lot of problems down the road. Maybe not right after you drink it one time, but if you compound that, it's going to have an effect. So Just Ingredients is 100% my favorite protein powder. I use it when I need to supplement my protein. They are not a meal replacement protein shake. I just want to say that. It is a supplement used to supplement the food you're already intaking, not to take place of a breakfast, lunch, or dinner, okay? Now, the really cool thing is I actually am an affiliate with Just Ingredients, and I used their protein powder long before I became an affiliate. So I am an affiliate with them. You can use code JLOCK, and it'll save you 10% off of your order. So I will leave a link for them in the description box below, but check them out. And that'll do it for this week's video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you for sending your questions. If you want me to do another Q&A, leave a comment below. Let me know. I can definitely do another Q&A. But next week, I'll probably go back to a little bit of the vlog style, take you guys on my journey throughout the week. I hope you guys are really enjoying this prep series, coming along with me. I'm really excited. I am just working really hard on my mental game, trying to get that tunnel vision because I have these goals that I really want to hit. So hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Please make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and I will see you guys next week.